Here's a talk through kind of description explanation of the HND1 etude. I'll just go through it slowly, kind of step by step. Starts with a low E, and then we have a diminished seventh chord, a G sharp diminished seventh chord on top of that. Okay, so the combination of those makes an E7 flat 9. So the diminished chord should be familiar, maybe not so familiar with putting it in this context. And you can play that however you like. You can have that ringing for a while and then a slow spread, whatever. It's up to you. And then we get the arpeggio, which I'm playing in 7th position. So it's the arpeggio that goes with the previous chord. Worth practicing just on its own. And then that's going to resolve into an A minor 7th chord. Okay, a drop 2 voicing. Very straightforward. This is also a drop 2 voicing. So literally, if I was just to play the chords, you hear that very strong resolution. Just in the middle, we've got, and then I simply go up 2 octaves of A minor 7th arpeggio, starting at 12th position. Okay, A, C, E, G, and then again, A, C, E. And then the next chord is probably a little bit unfamiliar. It's like an A minor 13th, but essentially it's just a bar for the 12th fret, with the second finger playing a C and the third finger playing an F sharp. Really beautiful chord, kind of associated with Mike Stern. It's kind of one of his signature sounds. It kind of comes out of the Miles Davis kind of blue era. And then after that, so already implied in this chord are 3 notes from F sharp minor 7 flat 5, which I'm thinking of really as the upper part of a D9th. And again, drop 2, first inversion, drop 2, root position. So as a method of practicing these, you can just run through. There would be another inversion down there, but we're not using that one in this case. So from here, running down, second inversion, first inversion, root position, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then I go to a dissonant chord, 13 flat 9, just the top part of it. I'm kind of missing out the roots here. So this is a D chord, and then that's going to resolve into a B minor 7th, which is actually it's supposed to be a G major 9th. So it's a straightforward phrase, all on the same string set. And then simply going to come down a G major 7th arpeggio. Sorry about the tuning. And then the little bit of detail to watch here is this 4th finger from the G is going to slide back to the F, but it's going to stay there. And then I'm going to put the rest of the chord, which is a D triad, over a G bass. I'm going to form that around the sustained notes. So we get arpeggio, F sharp, D, B, and then a movement up a minor third to a B flat 13 9 chord. Probably a new chord to you, probably a little bit of a stretch, but it's straightforward enough, and you can piece that together in 2 halves. Second finger, 4th finger, root, flat 7th, 9th, then a bar at the 3rd fret. So 6th fret here, and there. And then I just do a little phrase around that chord with a slide for expression. And the next part is important to keep this A ringing. I'm just playing a C triad over the A, and then sustaining the A, B triad, and then a D note, and then back to an A minor ninth. And the next chord is the upper part of, again, a D13 flat ninth chord. We've got a D13 flat ninth chord here, but this one is down here. So it's effectively a C note with a B triad above that. I'm playing with my second finger. So it goes, and then I'm adding the A on the top there. So that's a little bit involved. Anyway, running back a bit, we go from here. And then it finally resolves to G major. I'm going to play a G6, 9 major 7th. So the G's here, and I've got a bar covering the 2nd fret, and then I'm adding the D with my 3rd finger. That is essentially the last chord, and then after that I sustain the G and play some harmonics above. This is a bit of a stretch, so you could do your own fill if you want to, because it's the end of the piece. Okay, so I'm sustaining that G to put the other notes in context. Previously we had this chord, a D triad over a G bass. This is also a second inversion D triad over a G bass. So G, and then the final sting in the tail is an artificial harmonic on the B, which is whatever fret that is. 7 frets, so 19th fret, is it? Up there. So it's like, you can take your time over this. Give yourself time to get into position for that. Okay, so it's essentially all straightforward little bits of information, but just put together in your own way musically. So the whole thing sounds a little bit like this. So I'm taking my time. On these dominant chords I'm pausing, and then resolution, and then stop. Okay, so hopefully that's helped. All the component parts are relatively simple and straightforward. A lot of stuff that we've been working on and practicing already. It's just putting it together in a short piece of music. But the important thing is that you do your own thing with it in terms of phrasing and expression. So you can kind of push and pull things around. Still there's a sense of underlying tempo, but it's not metronomic. So have fun with that.